Hey everyone, this is Dana Winter, and right now I am standing in a field, and you might not understand why I'm doing that. Let me explain to you. This is actually the closest, safest location where the St. Elmo Irvington Fire Department could set up for a person to be life-flighted to a local hospital following a fire here. We're told that person sustained some pretty serious burns, and so the reason that the scene was actually set up over here at the St. Elmo Irvington Volunteer Fire Department is because this is the closest, safest place where they could actually get the person onto the life flight and get that life flight taken off. Now, we're told that already happened. The person is already at the hospital suffering from some serious burns. Now, due to some restrictions, they're not able to tell us the age of that person. That could be because that person who is injured is a minor. Again, we were able to confirm that person was transported to a hospital by a life flight that left right here from the field next to the St. Elmo Irvington Volunteer Fire Department. Of course, like right now, you can't really see much. The helicopter is already taken off. That person already at the hospital. We're hearing that person suffered some serious burns from the fire, and so burn center would be USA. So potentially USA being the hospital that patient was taken to, left out from right here in this field. This again was the closest place that they could get to. Now, firefighters who I spoke to said you can't really tell from looking at the outside of the house that there was a fire. They said it's not, the flames weren't too intense. They didn't really face any struggles battling the flames and extinguishing the fire, but someone was hurt, and that person was life flighted to a local hospital to be treated from their injuries. I'm seeing, where is the St. Elmo Irvington Volunteer Fire Department? Well, it's in Irvington. I'm still a little new to the area, learning some of these road names, so the best I can tell you is it is in Irvington. Where was the fire? We've asked. We don't have an exact street location for the house that the fire was at. However, we are here in this field at the Volunteer Fire Department, and that is because this is where they set up the scene. They set up in this field here because this is the closest, safest place where they could life flight the victim of this fire to a hospital. Again, USA being our burn center nearby, potentially USA is where the patient was life flighted to, but this is the field where the patient was life flighted just a little while ago. And here at the fire department, they're all back now, kind of like cleaning up, putting the trucks back away. So you guys are just kind of taking a live look. We just wanted to bring you this information. Just got out here a little while ago and spoke with some firefighters who were able to confirm all this information to News 5. So if you're just joining our Facebook Live, let me tell you what you're looking at. This field you see right in front of you is where they actually life flighted a person who was hurt in a fire earlier today, just a little while ago. Firefighters say they didn't really encounter too many difficulties when battling the fire. They were able to put it out relatively quickly, and it wasn't a very, very large fire, but it did severely hurt someone, hurt them enough to get them life flighted to a hospital from right here in this field. Again, we're at the St. Elmo Irvington Volunteer Fire Department in Irvington. And as I was driving up, I did see some smoke in the air. Whether that is from this fire or not, I cannot confirm to you, but it definitely looked like a large amount of smoke. Kimberly, I see you say it's just southwest of Theodore. I think that would be correct. In the Irvington area, it's off of I-10 westbound. I took the Biola Battery exit to get here to Irvington, so I hope that gives you some idea of the direction of where we are at right now. But again, if y'all are just joining us, this is the field where the St. Elmo's Irvington Volunteer Fire Department confirms to News 5 a victim of a that was pretty severely hurt in this fire was transported to a hospital. That that patient was transported by a LifeFlight helicopter, actually landed in this field, picked the victim up, and transported that person to a local hospital. Now, with USA being our local burn center, that is where we think the patient may have been taken to, but of course they are not able to confirm that right now. You're just taking a look at the St. Elmo Irvington Volunteer Fire Department. This is where they came back to, and this is also where they set up. It was the closest, safest location to set up near where the fire actually happened, to be able to get that person who was severely burned to the hospital. Again, that person life-flighted out of here on a helicopter just a little bit before we got here, we're told. And so that person should already be at the hospital, hopefully receiving the care that person needs. Now, we're not able to give an age or a gender on that person. There's still some information that we don't have, and that's just because they're not able to tell us that due to some privacy restrictions. So what they are able to tell us is that they life-flighted a person from this field. It was after a house fire, or a fire, sorry, that they went out and they took care of. They said they didn't really encounter too many issues battling the flames in that fire. They were able to put it out relatively quickly, but someone was hurt pretty severely, and that person was taken by a helicopter, a LifeFlight, here in this field because it was the closest area. If you actually look at the field, you can see some tire tracks probably where they drove through to get to where that helicopter was here. So if you're with us here on Facebook, maybe you're just joining our Facebook Live here. I am out at the St. Elmo Irvington Volunteer Fire Department here in this field right next to the fire department. Firefighters tell me they had to life flight a person who was severely hurt in a fire they responded to. Firefighters tell me that they called the life flight. It came, picked the person up, and took them to a local hospital. Now, USA being our local burn center, that is perhaps where that patient was taken, but they cannot confirm that due to privacy restrictions. We also do not have confirmation on the age or gender of the person who was burned in the fire. We also don't know, obviously they're saying it's severe injury, severe enough to call a life flight, but no other status on the person's condition other than that. We were told the life flight left a little bit before we got here, and so that person is hopefully at the hospital by now. And here at the St. Elmo Irvington Fire Department, they had to set up in this field right here in front of us because this is the closest, safest location where they could land the helicopter. So that's why we're here in front of this field right now. The fire department right over there. Firefighters just actually getting their trucks back into the station and kind of cleaning up right now. So we wanted to come on live and share that information with you as soon as we did get it. Again, a person severely hurt in a fire here in the St. Elmo Irvington area. St. Elmo Irvington Volunteer Fire Department responded. Mobile County EMS was also out here assisting. They took off a little bit before I turned the Facebook Live on, but they also were out here helping quite a bit, and they helped with the whole life flight situation, getting that patient to the hospital. And so right now we're hoping to hear more about the patient, hopefully hear an update in conditions sometime soon that the patient's doing better. But for right now, all we can tell you is that that person was life flighted to a local hospital. Again, with USA being our burn center, the patient is likely to have been transported there, but we haven't been able to confirm that. So we just wanted to come on live here and give you guys a look at the fire department, at the field where the helicopter took off, took that person to the hospital, life flighted that person. So, oh, and if you actually see, we just posted a link and just pinned it to the top of this Facebook Live. If you see that, you can actually click on that link. It looks like we actually have some more information on that link as well. Just reading it here, I can't actually click on over to it because I am on Facebook Live here. But after the slash, it says breaking report of child burn after can of alcohol exploded. So we may have just gotten some more information. I'll try to confirm that myself as well. But if you just go ahead and click on that link, you can see all the information that they've been working on confirming back at the station. Again, I'm out here, so I am only able to confirm with what the firefighters on scene are telling me. But if you click that link, you will get a lot more information. Again, the reason we're looking at this field is because the firefighters told me they had to actually set up in this field. It was the closest, safest location where a helicopter could land to where the fire actually took place. Again, they're not able to confirm an age of the victim or gender due to some privacy restrictions or what hospital that patient was taken to. But with USA being our local burn center, it is very likely that patient was taken there. This field is where the helicopter was just a little while ago. It took off, taking that patient to the hospital. Hopefully later tonight we'll hear an update that the patient is doing better. So hopefully we do hear that, but for right now you're just taking a look and seeing where the helicopter was, getting some information. The link not working. Well, if the link isn't working, it might be on our website as well. If you just go on our website, it's usually the top story on there. All right, everyone. Well, I'm going to go ahead and off here. This is Dana Winter. I am currently out at the St. Elmo Irvington Fire Department. This is where firefighters tell me they had to set up right next to the fire department in the field because it was the closest area where they could land the LifeFlight helicopter to take the person who was hurt in this fire out here in the St. Elmo Irvington area to get help at a hospital. We'll of course continue looking for new details and bringing them to you as soon as we do get them. Be sure to check out our website, WKRG.com, for the latest information you need to know about this story. For now, reporting live outside the St. Elmo Irvington Fire Department, this is Dana Winter for WKRG.